recognised for the Rumble Wrestling Championship and belt that goes with that title. Coming from the red corner and representing Spain, one of the leading contenders, and tonight the official challenger, Sid Sabin. And ladies and gentlemen, coming from the blue corner, the defending champion from Ditton, representing England, Sid Manelli. Ladies and gentlemen, Sid Sabin has said that if you keep shouting England, he's actually going back to Spain. So this championship match to be decided by 1-4, the challenger, Sid Sabin, coming from the red corner, the defending champion from England, Sid Manelli, coming from the blue corner. Commence wrestling!
Commence wrestling indeed, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Aaron Nix. Welcome back to the Rumble Wrestling YouTube channel, of course, for Rumble Wrestling TV. And what a massive blockbuster matchup we have for you here in a sold-out Ditton Community Centre. Referee Dave Macro in charge of a international, inverted commas, and I'll tell you why in a second, matchup for the Rumble Wrestling Championship. The Rumble Wrestling Champion, Sid Manelli, representing England, defending against Sid Sabin, representing Spain. But let's be honest, anyone with half a brain cell will tell you that Sid Sabin is clearly not Spanish.
Just like Spain!
Well, I mean, Sid Sabin's not wrong in his estimation, of course, of Spain winning the Euros, which of course they did, at the expense of England. Just a few weeks ago in the final of Euro 2024, another valiant effort by England, of course, coming just short in the final to a very, very impressive Spanish team. And I imagine Sid Manelli is hoping that will not be the case and history will not repeat itself here, even though Sid Sabin, as I mentioned, clearly not from Spain. But Sid Sabin apparently so desperate to rile up the audience coming into this Rumble Wrestling Championship matchup against Sid Manelli. He's happy to represent Spain just to give himself a psychological edge. Very interesting method here from Sid Sabin, the emo kid, and I don't think Sid Manelli is going to take kindly to any attitude. And by the way, Sid Manelli, ever present, one of the all-time great wrestlers of our British landscape, is not going to be, well, he's not going to be flustered, is he, by Sid Sabin's antics. This is a man who is, despite only being just 27 years old, seems to have been around the block forever. A young man with a veteran mindset and a veteran work rate. Absolutely incredible ethics from Sid Manelli. Truly personifies what is great about our British professional wrestling scene. And now looking for a test of strength, and I think he's going to have a serious advantage over Sid Sabin, with all due respect. Serious size and weight disadvantage for Sid Sabin, and a stiff kick there. Oh, the irony of the Euros reference as he gives a quick penalty kick right across the back of the Spaniard for the day, Sid Sabin. Sabin looking a bit up here to see, gets sent up and over the top. Well, Sid Manelli in the early goings of this matchup, which by the way is officially recognised and is being competed under standard Rumble Wrestling 1 fall to a finish rules for the Rumble Wrestling Championship. First man to get a pinfall, submission or a knockout will be the Rumble Wrestling Champion. Will Sid Manelli retain, or will we have a shock upset in many people's estimation, as Sid Sabin, representing Spain, could potentially be the next Rumble Wrestling Champion? We've seen some stunning results, of course, and if you watch Rumble Wrestling TV regularly, you'll remember Shenwu cashing in that briefcase back at the famed Spotlight and beating Sid Manelli for the championship. Is not completely out of the realms of possibility. Lovely arm drag takeover there from Sid Manelli, who, as I've mentioned, has a height and weight advantage and an experience advantage. Not to mention the champion's advantage, of course, which Sid Manelli would never use, being champion. Of course, if there is a disqualification due to Dave Macro and his adjudication, the title would, of course, go back to the reigning champion, which, of course, is currently Sid Manelli. I think he was looking potentially for a martial cradle, but a lovely roll-up there by Sid Manelli counters Ted Sabinio, who's currently, well, he's having a whinge about something. I'm not entirely sure what that is.
You want to keep cheating the match? You want to keep cheating, huh? He wants to keep being the mug and cheering England. Stay with the match. Come on, mate.
Ted Sabin, as you can tell from his dialect, still hammering on about Spain being a superior country, and in football that might very well be the case, but in professional wrestling there's nothing better than Great Britain, ladies and gentlemen, especially if you're watching Rumble Wrestling, the best of the British. It's not to say that we don't love having the internet to browse with so many incredible athletes, and of course we'll have some international talents on show very soon here at Rumble Wrestling TV. But Britain is the place to be to ply your trade as a professional wrestler. Anyone with 2 brain cells can tell you that, ladies and gentlemen. And now, Sid Manelli looking to build up head of steam, since Ted Sabin right into the corner. Right now, Ted Sabin has barely been able to build any offense against the Rumble Wrestling champion, and all that experience that I mentioned seems to be paying extreme dividends. It's, dare I say, a walk in the park right now. You wouldn't think he was facing Spain. You think England were facing Slovakia, with all due respect. Although, to be fair, England, the team would make a certainly massive deal out of even that kind of matchup. And meanwhile, unfortunately, Sid Manelli landed very nicely on that leg. And meanwhile, Dave Macro was checking on Sid Manelli. And now Ted Sabin taking full advantage of what looks to be a damaged wheel. Oh man, that is nasty. Just stamping on the inside of the knee. And I understand wrestlers wear knee pads. That is to protect their own knees. It doesn't help protect you much when somebody's wrapping your leg around those vicious ring ropes and then slams them into the apron, as Ted Sabin has just done to Sid Manelli. Sid Manelli looking out to this incredible audience here at Ditton, asking them to raise the roof, build the energy. That's what he does. I always refer to Sid as the heart and soul of Rumble Wrestling. I mean, who else personifies everything that is great about Rumble Wrestling more so than the reigning Rumble Wrestling champion himself? Ted Sabin now finally looks to be taking advantage. And by the way, taking advantage due to what seemed to be an unfortunate injury, as Sid Manelli was coming off the second rope, landed awkwardly.
This first public warning, this championship match goes to Spain and Ted Sabin. First warning.
Well, first public warning. Of course, a yellow card. How ironic it would be. And oh my God, and Dave Macro exercising every right. And well, I mean, I have to respect the game there. A big old Sue indeed from Ted Sabinio, as I like to refer to him currently in his, well, shall we say, his evolution as a Spanish sympathizer. And now just stamping right through that bad knee once again. And whether you like it or not, extremely effective and dangerous offense, submission-based offense. And now looking for the half crab. Now we play indeed. The half crab is put into full effect by Ted Sabin on the much larger Sid Manelli. And a very impressive amount of technique there. And I think he might have been biting the neck. Well, Dave Macro's checking. Ted Sabin, who's now biting the ankle. Come on, right in front of Dave Macro, my ad. Dave Macro's already handed out one public warning. He'd be well within his rights to hand out another, but he chooses not to. And meanwhile, Ted Sabin stamping on that knee once again. Sabin, I'll tell you what, he is zoned in on that bad knee. And Sid Manelli still somehow desperately trying to mount some offense, but very, very difficult on one leg, and he goes crashing into the corner, courtesy of Ted Sabin, who now is looking to maneuver Sid Manelli potentially for, well, who knows? I mean, we know that Ted Sabin is extremely athletic. Oh man, I think he was looking for a Vader bomb. Sid Manelli able to escape. There's no doubting Ted Sabin's athletic prowess. Sid Manelli with the Irish whip off the corner. Lovely standing drop kick, but again, you see that touching the knee down. I'm not sure how smart that was by Sid. After all that work that Ted Sabin has done, working over that knee, damaging that bad wheel of Sid Manelli. Sid throwing caution to the wind with a drop kick, and he's not able to mount any offense on Ted Sabin despite catching him with a drop kick.
Shut your mouth.
Well, we already know that it's not coming home in terms of football, but is it going to be coming home for Sid Manelli as Rumble Wrestling Champion? Right now, you have to say, who would have thought Ted Sabin, if this was on points right now, and of course it's not, it's professional wrestling, not boxing, but if it was, you'd have to say Ted Sabin is probably just ahead on points now. And oh man, that's a nasty position to be in, just wrenching that leg. He's got to be very careful though, because, oh my God, it just takes a run up and kicks right through the bad knee. And Sid Manelli is in a lot of pain. Dave Macro asking Ted Sabin to oblige by the rules of professional wrestling, allowing the man to get up, but instead opts for the pinfall attempt. But this is what makes Sid Manelli so incredible in the eyes of so many of us here at Rumble Wrestling. That never say die attitude, able to kick out, create some separation from Ted Sabin, and still on one leg, desperately looking to build energy off of the audience here at Rumble. Once again, Ted Sabin, very smart guy, right back to that bullseye. There's nowhere to hide when you've got a bad leg in professional wrestling. And whether you like it or not, it may not necessarily be the most sportsman-like attitude towards this, but Sid Manelli on the outside trying to take a break. He is, of course, being counted out. I'm not entirely sure how smart that is on behalf of Ted Sabin, however, because a count out does not signify a title change here at Rumble Wrestling. The belt would still stay with Sid Manelli should Ted Sabin win by a count out, but maybe Ted Sabin looking for maybe a moral victory over Sid Manelli. Either way, we're not going to know, because Sid Manelli able to answer the 10 count out. Ted Sabin just teeing off, throwing hands, and now choking the life out of Sid in the corner here. I tell you what, Ted Sabin, I have to give him credit where it is due. He has come to play, and ever since that injury was made aware to him, courtesy of Sid Manelli coming off the ropes, an accident, of course. Ted Sabin has been in firm control, but again, Sid Manelli still trying to rally, create some separation. Throat thrust to Ted Sabin. Irish whip out of the corner, reversed again, and the velocity, and man, Ted Sabin really has had one up on Sid Manelli at every turn here, and now looking to bring him up and dump him back down. Sid able to get back on his feet just despite the bad wheel. Lovely flying shoulder tackle, and another one as Sid Manelli looks to build some momentum. Clothesline, just about gets enough of it. Takes down Ted Sabin, clothesline again, and Ted Sabin still just getting volleyed from pillar to post, but still keeps getting back up. Sid Manelli caught him flush with that kick to the midsection. Now looking for that running bulldog, and again Ted Sabin goes right back to that knee. Swift kick to the bad knee, and once again we reset, and Ted Sabin is in control of this matchup for the Rumble Wrestling Championship. And a beautiful standing moonsault. There's the athleticism I mentioned. We haven't seen much of that from Ted Sabin tonight. That's what brought him to the party in many people's estimations, is that incredible high-flying athleticism. But I'll tell you what, the ground game has been very, very impressive. And Ted Sabin, once again, just a stiff right hand to the side of Sid Manelli's face this time. And now Ted Sabin looking to go up top and potentially provide more aerial offense. And now, oh, look, he took way too long, and Sid Manelli looking to take full advantage of that, catches him from the top, sends him up and over. And now, Sid Manelli with the Irish whip, looking to counter. Oh, look out, a little bit of discombobulation here, but he's able to duck the clothesline, ducks the back elbow, running, flying crossbody, Sid Manelli pinning combination, and just like that, Sid Manelli retains the Rumble Wrestling Championship against Ted Sabin.
And still, Rumble Wrestling Champion from England, Sid Manelli!
Stunning victory for Sid Manelli, despite all of that pain and suffering being applied, and you have to give Ted Sabin a lot of credit. But it may not have come home when it comes to Euro 2024. It certainly has here tonight, it did for Sid Manelli.